up, guys? It's Damien, and welcome back to the Sunday Stories. Smooth jazz style. Okay, and I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now because I know that at least one person is gonna say something. Yes, I'm wearing the same exact attire as I did before. Congratulations, you figured me out. It's because when I go to my dad's every other weekend, I cannot film there. So I have to film 2 in a row while I'm here at my mom's house. Are you satisfied? Now let's begin. Today's Sunday story is going to be about holidays because I'm pretty sure that everybody on this planet has something to say about holidays. Whether it's I don't celebrate them, I do celebrate them, I hate them, I love them, I have to go to fucking Massachusetts to do it, I don't know. Nothing against Massachusetts people, I love you guys. I don't personally know anybody in Massachusetts, and if I do and I'm forgetting you, I'm sorry. But we're getting sidetracked. But anyways, so yeah. Growing up in a divorced household with my dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family, it was always sort of difficult to sort of plan out the holidays and where I would be going. So what we did, we had this schedule between my mom and my dad. Like I don't even think my opinion was even involved at any point. Whether I would go with my dad for one Christmas and then the next year I would go with my mom for that Christmas, and the same for Thanksgiving and the same for Easter, because I'm Catholic household. Little holidays such as Valentine's Day, Halloween, and Groundhog's Day, etc. No, they did not count, but Palm Sunday did. Because, as I said before, I grew up in a Catholic household. And this meant that on Easter Sundays and Palm Sundays, we had to go to church. And we had to wear, like, the dressy, like, cardigans and the skirts and, you know, do my hair and all that. I don't know, every Christmas I had to wear a skirt or a dress that looked like I was a human Christmas tree because the pattern just kind of matched the tree. I think the holiday that I always did not like the most, like I always despised the most, was Thanksgiving. Now it's different, but all the years growing up I think I always like dreaded Thanksgiving. I know you're gonna say, oh, is it because you mostly spent it at your mom's, because you mostly spent it at your dad's, because this, because that? No. I didn't like to eat. Like, I had like a small ass stomach and I could not eat more than like half my plate ever, I think. Like, even if I was starving, I think I could only eat half the plate. Now it's still sort of like that, but not as bad. So I do like to try new foods. But when I was a kid, I couldn't eat more than half my plate and I didn't want to eat anything that I wasn't already used to eating. So when Thanksgiving would come around, I would always like hate it because I didn't like turkey. I didn't like beets. I didn't like any sort of meat or anything ever. I think I could eat like the broccoli and be done, basically. And the bread. I don't know. Easter was always lit though. Like literally, I would wake up in the morning and there would be this big ass Easter basket sitting next to my bed and in my sister's bed. And we have the big chocolate bunnies. And I got an iPod for one Easter. So I mean, if that's not lit, I don't know what is. Because I was a kid. Okay, and I received my first iPod Nano, and I was just like bouncing off the walls. My first phone was the Christmas after, I think, and it was like one of those rinky-dink flip phones. It was like red and black. I think I was like 10. I don't even know, because I know it was around the time that I was starting to walk home by myself, and I was in like 5th grade, so they had to give me a phone. Now you see like fucking 2-year-olds with iPads out there. I don't know, that's besides the point. But we're getting a little sidetracked here, okay? My point was gonna be that every holiday when I would go to my dad's for Christmas or my mom's for Christmas or my dad's for Easter or my mom's for Easter, anything like that, it was always sort of hectic because if they couldn't get their holiday, they would kind of fight about it. My opinion, like I said before, my opinion was never into play. It was by a rule book almost, like a mental rule book. You had, like they would say to each other, okay, you had me for this certain date from this time to this time, from these seconds to these seconds, so now I'm gonna take the other half, like things like that. And I remember there being a few holidays where I would spend the morning at my mom's and then be driven to my dad's. Like I think like at a certain point it would always be Christmas Eve with my mom and then Christmas Day with my dad. But he didn't like how I would wake up Christmas morning here. So I would have to drive over like really early and then re-wake up at his house for Christmas morning. No, I'm joking, we didn't re-wake up, but I mean like that's what it's supposed to mean basically. The one thing I do know is that when you're in an Italian household, and I don't know if it's like this for other Italian households, but this is what I was taught here, Christmas Eve is more special than Christmas Day because, or maybe it's just a Catholic household. All I know is that for us, it was considered more special because that's the day that, like, Jesus is born and stuff. And I don't want this to turn into a religious video, so please don't comment in the comments. Well, actually, if you want to get technical, because I don't care. I don't care about technical. Leave it to yourself. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about what my family did, because that is the point of this video. I had to stop you before you could type the comment, because I knew what you were going to do, right? Look at me right now. I knew what you were going to do. Leave it alone. I get sidetracked a lot. Opening Christmas presents was always fun though, because the thing is, my mom has a big ass family, and I have a stepdad who also is a step family. Like, do you see, like, I have this big ass family on this side, so we would spend the holiday and there would be like decked out presents under the tree, and there'd be so many people, and you gotta go say hello to your step grandma, and I'm like, it's that would be me. My dad at the time, he would be on and off talking to his family, so sometimes I would go over there and there would be a bunch of people, and sometimes I would go there and there would just be my dad, my stepmom, and my sister. So it was very, very different between the two households, because you have one that's like on and off and the other one that's like overly loving. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just explaining to kind of give you a visual. I remember when I was little how much I would hate to receive clothes for my birthday, for Christmas, for anything. I would like have to suck it up though, because my mom would not want me to be rude, so I'd have to be like, thank you. But now, clothes are cool as long as I'm into them. Like, people are still giving me like these pink frilly shirts and stuff, and I'm like, even if you don't really know my style, do I look like
707?
But as you can imagine, these past few years, all that's been on my Christmas list is anime stuff, more anime stuff, comic stuff, more anime stuff. Like, it's like relatively easy to shop for me at this point, because you're, like, even if I don't even know the anime, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like what you got. Like, it just has to be anime, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it anyway. Or just walk into a Hot Topic and buy like the first thing you see, and I'll like it. I remember at my dad's house there would always be like a couple like little presents, like a shirt I wanted or a doll or something, and then there would be the big present, and the big present would be something that is relatively expensive and something that I wanted. Like, for example, the big present was a phone at one point. It was also, I think, an American Girl doll, because like I liked those when I was younger. I don't know. I don't remember what the big present was every time. Oh, I think a camera also. I'm not too sure. But I know that me and my sister are 6 years apart. So when I was like 12, she'd be 18. So the little stuff that I would like, she wouldn't be into. So she would get like an envelope full of money, and I would get a bunch of little things to unwrap, and she would be like, why do you get all this stuff to unwrap? I'm like, because I didn't get the money. New Year's was also split between my families, but I liked being with my dad for New Year's more, because we would go to my sister's mom's house and we'd have this big party, and I would be around all these fun people. But at my mom's house, we didn't really do anything a lot of time. Like, I think only half the time we even stayed up till midnight. I think I stayed up till midnight by myself once before. I mean, now when you look back on it, it's like, okay, now I don't really care about New Year's, because if I'm with my friends, like, doing stuff, then I'll stay up and be like, yay, Happy New Year. But if it's just me, I don't care. I'll go to sleep and be like, oh, it'll be a new year tomorrow, you know. It's lit. Like, I think when you were a kid, you were more excited for New Year's because you couldn't stay up till midnight. And now that I stay up till 3 a.m., it really doesn't matter anymore. Okay, this video is getting kind of long, but the point is that holidays have always been hectic for me. And if you've had different holiday experiences or a similar holiday experience or something funny that you want to share, leave it down in the comments below. Tell me what you think of mine. Ask me any questions. I'm completely open to that. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.